Okay. So you started a delivery and logistics business focused on South African townships. For our international viewers who might not know, can you maybe give a brief explanation of what a township is and why delivering to these areas presented untapped business opportunity?
Yep. Thank you so much. And thanks for having us on our platform. Look, I think if you look at townships, they were structured, back in the apartheid days, to basically be excluded from the main economic centers, right? Where a lot of activity happens. So pretty much townships were set up to only be, dwellings, for majority black people, colored, and I think even with Indians. And I think what that has happened over the years, with democracy and, with the new dispensation, there's been quite a lot of developments in the townships where they are no longer just, home dwellings, but they are economic, hubs as well, right? There's a lot of economic activity that's happening. We've seen a lot of retailers come into, townships, developing quite a lot of, shopping centers and malls. And I think now we're seeing e-commerce also brewing in the township environment. And with e-commerce, you need a special, logistics to cater for those orders that are being placed online to actually be delivered. And understanding that townships dynamics are not the same as urban centers, you need a unique logistics business that can cater for that market. And that's why we started Delivery Speed.
And so you say some of the dynamics are not the same. What are sort of those dynamics that are different?
Yeah, look, I mean, one, it's definitely the infrastructure. If you compare townships to urban areas, the infrastructure in the township is not as well established. You look at your roads, you look at your internet connectivity, you look at, your street addresses, which is one of the big challenges that we have, especially in logistics. Those are some of the dynamics that make townships different. Also, I think the distance, right? The distance from where they are compared to the urban center, with the CBDs. It's an average, 30 to 40, kilometer drive between the townships and the main economic centers. So I think for a lot of logistics businesses, it might not be feasible to do deliveries in townships. But I think for us, because we're seeing the demand in e-commerce, customers, they need a logistics business that also caters for their market. Yeah.